Okay, so I'm back with a tutorial for the 2016. I haven't spoken to you guys since probably like a month or so ago. So anyway, happy late Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we are ready for the 2016. So today what I have decided to record is a video on highlighting and contouring. Now you guys know the drill. I always look at the viewfinder, but I need to look at you guys. But anyway, like I said before, we're gonna work on it. So highlighting and contouring is very big within the makeup community. With any type of makeup look you see, people are always highlighting and contouring. So for me, why I highlight and contour is because I have a round face. So since I have a round face, I pretty much like to contour to give more depth and highlight to make me look more dimensional instead of just looking straight up and down. Is how I feel. But everybody's face is not like mine. Everybody's bone structure is different. So you don't necessarily have to contour or highlight. It's just what you feel like. A lot of people don't highlight and contour every day. For me, I do. That's just what I like to do. I'm so used to doing it that I like to highlight and contour all the time, unless I just completely don't have any makeup on, then I'm not going to contour. So let's just get this show on the road. So pretty much I have already done my eyebrows, and if they look super dark, bear with me. I'm not having a good eyebrow month. So yeah, I've already done that. I've already highlighted my eyebrows a little bit. So since that is done, what we're gonna do is we are going to go in and highlight. Now a lot of people do like to highlight their under eye with the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I am out of the shade that I usually use, which is, I think I range between NW40 or NC45, but I think NC45 is a little too bright for me right now. Once I get a little bit lighter, then I can use it more. So what I'm going to be highlighting with today is a very affordable product. A lot of people don't have the money to go get MAC, so I really do like this option a lot, and it is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and the color that I have is in FAWN, and I got this from my local beauty supply store for I think like $2 or $3, and they have darker shades also that you can contour with, so you know, you should pick this up. So yeah, for me, my skin type is oily, so I like to either contour with cream products or powder products. Since it's winter time, I like to use cream products more so. I feel like they look more natural instead of a powder that is going to look more harsh on the skin. So I've already dampened my beauty blender. This is actually the Real Techniques beauty sponge. It's like a beauty blender. You can get this from Ulta for I think like $5.99, but I get the 2-pack for $10.99. So I'm just gonna pick up any type of mirror that I have, or any mirror that is closest to me, and I'm going to go in, and pretty much what I'm going to do is draw a V shape under my eye. I do have a little bit of darkness, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't really color correct on a daily basis, so I'm just going to go in and highlight. And with this product, you just squeeze it out and product comes up. So I'm sorry, I'm looking in the mirror. So I just go right in here and I start and I draw a V, and you want to fill in that V with the product that is already on there. You don't have to squeeze out any extra product. If you want to, then that's up to you. And a lot of people like to conceal like right up here in the nose area for pigmentation, like redness, if it's like hereditary. So I do get in there as well. And I'm gonna do this side right under, push a little bit more product out, and we are going to draw that V. So yeah, I know this might look like a lot of products, but it's not, because you're gonna blend it out. And since the beauty sponge is damp, it's gonna soak up some of that product anyway. I also like to highlight the top of my lip, which is a Cupid's bow. So I just go in there, and then I like to highlight my chin. So just put a little bit right there. Of course, you gotta get the nose. I don't highlight my nose all the time because I don't feel like I need to. My nose isn't crooked or anything, and it's not huge. So, and then we are going to get the center of the forehead. And a lot of people like to highlight like the top of their brow, but we're not gonna do that. I don't do that because I don't like to have golden arch eyebrows. That's just me personally. So okay, that's done. So my beauty sponge is damp. You can dampen it more with water or Fix Plus or any type of facial spray. It just depends on what you want to do. So I'm just gonna go in and blend everything out. And when you blend, you want to take your time blending. You just don't want to like half blend. You want to make sure that everything looks cohesive and it blends together, because if not, once you get into that light, the mistakes are going to show, and you don't want that to happen. So when I blend under my eye, I'm not being rough. It might look like I'm being rough on camera, but I'm not. So what you want to do is you just want to pounce very lightly. Get up in there and those creases and just pounce. You don't want to rush, because if you rush, it's gonna look stupid. Once you're done, it's not gonna be well blended, and that just defeats the purpose. And also, you don't want to drag. That's one thing. Don't drag. Dragging under your eye, it's not good. It makes bags, wrinkles. Pretty much dragging on any part of your face is not good. So we don't want to do that. I'm gonna hit the forehead. Make sure that that is nice and blended, right? And any of the excess products, you can just go and put it on your eyelid, because it can prime your eyelid for when you go on with the shadows, if you choose to. So again, I'm just gonna go in lightly, patting, taking my time, and don't forget to get up in the nose area where you put that highlighter or that concealer in the first place. So yeah, I really feel like this is what takes me the longest when I do my makeup, besides my eyebrows. My eyebrows take a lot because I want them to look nice. I don't want them to look stupid and super dark, and since my hair is dark, it can get crazy. So that is done. It's well blended for my liking. Okay, so now that that is done, this is a new technique that I have been using. I usually just go in with my Mercier translucent powder or banana powder, but I decided to go in with kind of like a powder foundation that is a shade lighter than me under my eye to pretty much set it. Just like, you know, you're just gonna take a brush and just swirl in a product and tap it off. And the powder that I'm using is the Makeup Forever Professional Pro Finish powder, and this one is in 174 FAWN, and it just looks like this. So I just take some, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to go under my eye. So what I'm doing is I'm being very gentle. And again, you don't want to rub. I'm just tapping it under my eye to set the eye. So I'm just going in and being very gentle. And you just want to set right up in there where you put that highlight. I'm gonna get on my nose too. Okay. Alright. Up in here. And on top of my lip. Okay. So now that I have set with just this regular face powder, I'm gonna go in and set with my Mercier powder. And again, I'm not going to bake per se. I'm just going to set it. You can bake for a little bit if you want to. Matter of fact, we're just gonna bake. Okay, so when I bake, I don't bake for that long, because for me and my skin tone, I feel like the more I bake, the more ashier it looks. And that's just not with the Mercier powder, that's with the banana powder also. So I feel like I'd rather bake with a powder that is more tinted, that's a shade or two lighter than me. I feel like that looks better than the Mercier or the banana powder, but I still love them, and they're really good products. So you know, it just depends. You just can't bake as long with them, because I know a lot of people bake and they go in and they do other things and they finish their eyeshadow, but it just all depends on you. So I'm just going to go in and let this sit, and I'm getting the areas that I highlighted, and it's not a lot because you don't want too much. You know, I don't want to look like a piece of chicken. So, you know, that's just me. Now, if I'm like going out, then I'm going to bake, because I want this face to stay. So, we are going to let that sit for a little bit, and we're gonna go in and contour, and I'm gonna cream contour first before I go in with a powder. So the next product that I'm using to contour, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour palette. This one is in deep, and I kind of wish I would have got the medium deep palette, because these colors are really dark. Like, I can't do anything with these top colors. The bottom colors are cool, but like these two are really dark, so I just usually use this one. And this particular color that I'm using is chocolate. So I just go in with this angled brush that I have, and this is the Real Techniques. This is actually their contour brush, but I just use it as a cream product. It's actually supposed to be used for powder. Or I like to go in with this other Real Techniques brush. I don't remember what this is called. I think it might be like the buffer brush. So yeah, but we're gonna use this one. So you just want to dip into the product, and you can see it on there. I don't really get a lot, and we are just going to get right up in here, and you can see it a little bit. It's not too dark because I don't want it to be too dark. Because it'll be hard to blend. And I never want to like really go further down by my cheekbone because that's going to be harder to blend out. So I usually just like start in here, get most of the product in there, and then we can blend it out more so with more powders. And then I just get the temple right up in here. Forehead. You know, my forehead's not big, so. But it's just a habit that I just like to contour right up in there, too. And then, again, you can't really see it on camera, but it's there. You'll probably be able to see it more once I go in with the powder. Okay. So, alright. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in and wipe off the rest of this powder. And I just sweep it off. And I didn't set my chin. Okay. So, that is done. And now to set my contour, I'm going to go in with this Black Radiance pressed powder, and this one is in Mahogany. Now I have Max Blunts. What else do I have? I usually use Blunt or Raisin, but I feel like Raisin is too red, and you don't want to contour with like a red powder. You want to contour with something that's more cool tone or warm tone. If you're darker skin, I would suggest something that's cool tone, because if it's more gray, it'll give that more shadow like feel. So I just go in, and this brush I got from TJ Maxx, but it's a angled contour brush. I don't know who it was by. It's no name on there. So yes, and we just blend it out. Take your time, don't rush. And if you do rush, or you do mess up, or you do put too much product on there, you can always go in with your face powder and fix it. So yes. Okay. So now that everything is set, everything is done, I like to bronze. And I usually bronze with the CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer. It's by the Queen Collection, and it's a really pretty bronzy color. It'll make you look sun-kissed. So, like I said, go in, tap off the excess, and I'm using a MAC 135 brush. I love this brush. It's expensive, but I love it. It's worth it. I feel like it's worth the money. And I just really get like the top of the cheek. And you also can blend it into your contour. Get the temples, top of the forehead. And you can do like under as well. And it gives you more dimension to your face instead of just looking so up and down. So once all that is set, I like to go in with a face powder, and the face powder that I'm going to use is the Lancome Dual Finish face powder, and this one is in Matte Toffee 5, and it just looks like this. I believe you can get it for pretty much Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Saks, Belk, places like that. And I'm gonna go in with this MAC 187 stiffling brush, and this is more so to just distribute product. It's not going to give a lot of coverage, and we don't want that because you've done all this work. You know, you just pretty much want to set the rest of your face and blend out, you know, whatever you messed up. So just gonna swirl, and then I'm just going to go in and I'm trying to see if this lighting is better, because when I recorded the other night, which I didn't put the video up because I didn't like it, because I didn't think the lighting was good, it just really looked stupid. So if you guys like this lighting, let me know in the comment box, because I have 2 studio lights in front of me, and then I have a smaller studio light beside me. So yeah, if you like it, then let me know. I was thinking about getting a ring light and a different backdrop, because I don't really like my background.